my name is Karolina. I just did another series of twists in an earlier video, and so if you'd like to do that before you do this video, you're welcome to do that, or you can go straight to this video. It'll be a little bit more intense and less warm-up in this video, so just letting you know. Alright, make sure that you have space clear behind you and around you and you're not going to hit anything. Turn on some music, your favorite stuff if you want. Grab a block if that's something that you use regularly. And let's get to it. We're going to start in the tabletop position. And we're just going to move through a little bit of a warm-up for our wrists and for our hips. So you're just going to move forward and back, checking in here, making sure that the fingers are pressed down all the way into the mat. They're spread out wide. Your hands are pressed down. And then start to take this into circles. Your hips are going to go back and forward. A little bit of movement from side to side and forward to back. And then like we did in the first video, again, if you did this in the other video, you're welcome to skip this section. You're going to turn the palms to face up. Just take a gentle, emphasis on gentle, rock forward and back. Make sure that lower belly is still tucked. And then flip so the palms are facing down again. And we're going to sit back towards the heels and walk the hands up. Inhale the arms up. We're just going to take one twist over to the right side. Drop the right hand back behind you, left hand over the right leg. And then keep your gaze following through with that twist all the way. Exhaling back to center, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling over to the left side. Again, same thing. You can look over that left shoulder. And then slowly coming back to center. Shake out the hands and arms. Shake out the wrists. Come back to your tabletop. Actually, we're going to walk our hands out to our full plank. Just take a rock front to back. And then lower down through your chaturanga, elbows into the body. Drop down and tuck the toes. Inhaling up. Lift that chest. Exhaling back down, coming back up either onto the knees or through a full plank. Back to your downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet. If you're doing this early in the morning, or even if you're doing it in the evening, just to kind of find where you're at. Good. Then come back to stillness. We're going to lift the right leg up. We're going to open the hip. Keep that left knee facing forward. Take some ankle rolls here. Straighten that leg back out. Bring the weight forward over the hands. Bring your knee into the chest, and then you're going to twist over towards the left. Lift the left hand, reach the right foot out. Bring it back in, reach the right foot back up. That's one. Again, weight over the hands, knee in towards the chest. Weight comes onto the right hand. Stretch that right leg out. Left arm reaches up. Bring the knee back in. Left hand comes down. Reach the right leg up. 2. We're going to do 2 more of those. Weight over the hands. Shift. Open up. Come back in. Lift up. Last one. Weight over the hands. Open up. Twist. Hold it. Let that right foot come back down, and then reach the hips up. Deep breath in and out. We're going to set the hip down, bring that left hand forward, and just find a little bit of a stretch here. Might look kind of awkward. Stretching the outside of the hip. And then lift that foot up. I'm going to step it forward, drop the left knee, inhaling the arms up. Getting off the arms a little bit. Exhaling, hands come back down. Lift up the left knee. If you are using a block, you might need it under your left hand here. Reach the right arm up. Deep breath in and out. Keep pressing down into the right heel. Find that isometric contraction between the legs. Both legs are kind of reaching towards each other, but they're not actually moving. We're going to open that arm out back behind you. The left arm reaches forward, twisting in the opposite direction. Optional here, taking a back bend. Right arm reaches to the outside of the left leg, left arm reaches up. Come back up. Left and right hand, windmills down. Step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling back down. Bend the knees, roll up to standing. Inhaling, the arms up. Exhaling, hands to our center. Inhaling, the arms up. Really reaching through the hands, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling back down. Step or jump, both feet back. High plank, rock forward, lower down, chaturanga. And tuck the toes, inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Back up through full plank or plank on the knees. Deep breath in and out. You're going to stay where you are. I'm going to switch places on my mat so you can see better what I'm doing. And we're going to move to the other side. Inhaling the left leg up. Open up the hip. Bend the knee. Take some circles in that ankle. Right leg is still facing forward. Right toes and knee forward. And then slowly straighten that leg back out again. And you're ready for what we're going to do on this side. Weight over the hands. Knee comes in toward the chest. Open up the right arm out. The left leg out. And back in. And reach up. Again, weight over the hands. Knee into the chest. Open up and out to the side. Bring everything back in. Lift the left leg. Good job. 2 more. Take your time. Whoop. Otherwise you'll lose your balance. It's really important to find balance and concentration. Here. Last one. Lower that foot down. Reach the hips up. Pressing strongly and firmly into that left hand, into both feet. Drop the right hand down. Drop the left hip down. And then lift that leg up. Step the foot forward. Drop the knee. Inhaling, the arms up. Nice break for the arms. Exhaling, hands come back down. If you're using your block, take it underneath that right hand. Lift up the right knee. Left arm reaches up. And then slowly, optional to drop that right knee. You're going to face the opposite way. Taking it into a full twist. Make sure the hips are still facing forward and the upper body is twisting. So again, we're taking that isolation of the rib cage, the thoracic spine. Optional here. Left hand on the outside of the right leg. Right arm reaches up. Opening up the chest. And then slowly windmill. One hand and then the other down. Step the right foot forward. Head hangs heavy. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Then the knees roll up to standing. Inhaling, the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, back down. Jump or step the feet back. Lower down. Untuck the toes, inhaling up. Exhaling back down. We're going to inhale just partially up. Bend the right knee and bring the right knee out to the side. Bring your hands out slightly. Press up just slightly and twist over to the right side, looking back behind you. Lowering back down. Straightening the leg, same thing on the other side. Bend the leg, pressing up, looking back behind you, opposite direction. Opening up that other side. Exhaling back down. Taking that little break. And then back to your downward facing dog. Again, I'm going to walk around to the other side. Just because this is a little bit more comfortable for me. And then we're going to nail the right leg up. Open up the hip again. If it's in your practice to go into Wild Thing, you're welcome to do that. For that, you bring your weight forward over your hands. Flip to the outside edge of your left foot. Drop the right toes back. Reach the chest up. Keep pressing into that left arm and the right foot and the left foot. The left leg is straight. Rotate back to center. Straighten that right leg back up. Exhaling, sweeping that right leg through. Keep the left leg up, the left knee up if you can. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to take another variation of a twist here. You're going to bring your body forward over that leg. So you have a nice long line from the top of your head down to your foot. You're going to start to create space in your spine. I'm going to move my foot forward. Start to create space, in your side body. So really think about the lengthening there. If you think about it, you'll start to make it happen. And then we're going to start to rotate. Keep thinking about the top of the head reaching in that direction. And finish that twist. Left elbow on the right knee. Press the hands together and look past the right shoulder. Deep breaths in and out. If you'd like to, you can open the arms up. Or you can keep them in. Make sure that you're not resting your body on your leg like this, but that you're pressing up away from it. And then we're going to come up into that same twist we were in earlier, facing away from the leg. And then face in the opposite direction and open up into your warrior two. Deep breath in and out, bending deeply into that right leg. Make sure you can still see your front toes. Flip that front palm, reach back, reverse warrior two. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, hands come down. Step that right foot back. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Moving back to downward facing dog. And into the other side. Left leg reaches up. Opening up the hip. Bending the knee. Again, if you'd like to moving into Wild Thing, this is completely optional. Weight over the hands. Flip to the outside edge of the right foot. Left toes drop back behind you. Left arm reaches up. Pressing the hips up into the air, opening the chest. And then left hand comes back down. Straighten the left leg up. Exhaling, step that left foot through the hands. Keep that right knee up if you can. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands to our center. Getting ready for a twist on the other side. You're going to bring your body forward over that left leg again a little bit more. Bend into that leg. Again, think about elongating your side spaces a lot. So really want that long diagonal line from the top of the head down to the foot. And then rotate over to the left. Right elbow down. Twist. The shoulder right here, you want to make sure it's not up by your face. Let's drop down. Deep breaths here. This one's really hard for me, so I will be struggling with you. Deep breath in and out. Again, optional if this is easier for you. You can open up your arms. I prefer having them into the heart center. And then we're going to open up into that twist and open up to the other direction. Sorry, facing away from you guys a little bit here for a moment. Bend into that front leg. Make sure you can see your front toes so that knee is nice and open. Find your warrior two. Flip that front palm. Reach back. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, milling the hands down. This time, step the right foot forward. Drop the head. Bend one knee, and the other, and the other, and the other. Straighten both legs, roll up to standing. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling hands to our center. Alright, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling forward fold. Shake out the head. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhaling back down. Step or jump back. Lower down all the way. Inhaling up. Really finding that opening through the chest. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhaling back down. Back up through a plank. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. We're almost done with our working section of this class. Inhale that right leg up. Open up the hip. Bend the knee. Deep breath in and out. Straighten that leg back out. Exhaling, stepping forward. Inhaling the arms up. Deep breath in and out. So, sinking down just a little bit lower. Really pressing the right heel down into the floor. Again, making sure that both legs are working in towards the center of the body. Dropping the shoulders. Exhale to drop the hands down. We're going to step the left leg in just slightly. Straighten that leg. Now you can either raise the right toes up off your mat, or you can keep the right toes down. We're going for a stretch here, but this is an active stretch, so I want you to be thinking about lengthening your body out. So top of the head going that way, and your lower belly just slightly in and reaching down towards this front leg. So make sure we're not routing our back like this. We're trying to find as straight of a spine as possible. Mine might not be straight, just disclaimer here. We're going to walk our hands forward as much as possible. If you're using a block, this is a really good moment for you to find that block and find that long, straight spine. Think about pressing your heels down into the floor, pressing the entire foot down into the floor, really. Deep breath in and out. Bring the hands to the hips, come to standing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to our center. Bring the hands back to the hips. We're going to lower down in that flat back position. So try to keep the back as flat as possible here. Lowering both hips facing forward until you can go no further. And then again, same thing, hands either on the shin, on the mat, on your block. We're going to take this one step further. Left hand on the inside of the right arm, or the right foot. Right arm reaches up into a twist. Again, trying to keep these hips steady. Mine are kind of moving around. So you really want to just be working the torso. And then drop that right arm back down. Take one more breath here. Lengthening the spine, really finding that length in the side body space, really emphasizing that. Bending that right leg, stepping the left foot back, dropping the knee. Inhaling the arms up. Nice work. That one's hard. Exhaling the hands back down. Step that right foot back. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Back to downward facing dog. Moving into the other side. The left leg lifts up, opening up the hip. Straightening out the leg, stepping that foot forward. Dropping the knee down, inhaling the arms up. Seeing if you can lift that knee up off the floor. Again, making sure that the hips are pointed straight forward and both legs are really tight in towards the center of the body. Rib cage in towards the center. Find that length again in the sides because we're going to continue to do that. Sinking down a little bit lower. Exhaling, hands come back down. Step that right foot in slightly. Make sure your feet aren't exactly lined up, but they're about hip width apart in natural stance. Inhaling, lengthen the body. Lengthen the side body. Make sure that those hips are facing down. Deep breaths in and out. wherever you are. One side will probably be more flexible than the other. This side is always a little bit more flexible for me, so I can go a little bit farther down over that front leg. We're going to come up a little bit from wherever you are. Hands come to the hips. Bring the body up. One motion. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, hands come to heart center. Hands come to the hips again. We're going to lower down in one motion. Long body. Think about the side body. Keep thinking about lengthening the sides. Keep thinking about it until you've reached that point where it feels like you're going to start to round the back. Reach down. Find that stretch. Wherever that is for you, sometimes it helps to walk the hands forward, sometimes it helps to walk the hands back. And then we're going to place the right fingertips on the block or on the inside of that left foot. Try to keep those hips level again. The left arm reaches up. Twists can be really uncomfortable if you don't have a lot of space in your body, or if you're doing a lot of things that compress the spaces in your body. So this should be really good for cleansing those spaces out. Kind of like you're wringing out a towel of water that's soaked with water or something like that. It should feel really good afterwards. I'm going to bring that left hand down. Step that left foot back again, or right foot back again. Drop the right knee. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, hands come back down. We're going to step the left foot back. Last vinyasa. Lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. I'm going to press back into a child's pose and just rest here for a moment. Let's just take this child's pose straight out in front of you. So you're not thinking about any twisting here. You're just thinking about straightening out the body, lengthening the sides, breathing into the back space and the front space and the sides that you are really working on lengthening. And then slowly walk the hands back up towards you. We're going to swing the feet around in front of us. Awesome. We're going to take some seated twists and then some supine twists. So we're going to start with that twist that we actually started class with, if you did the first class. So we're going to take our left leg underneath our right. Make sure that both sits bones are down on the floor. If they're not, you can straighten out that left leg in front of you and flex the foot. I'm going to take it like this again. I'm going to inhale the arms up. We're going to exhale over to the right side. Right hand back behind you. Left arm or elbow over that right leg. If you want a little bit of a stretch in the glutes, you can pull that leg in as well. Noticing maybe if this is any different from how you started class, if it feels different. Allow your gaze to follow the twist. Tall spine here. Slowly releasing back to center. I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to do a forward fold over the legs. You can, if this is accessible to you, you can try to stack the knees. This is not accessible to me. My glutes are very tight. My hips are very tight. I'm doing a lot of stuff outside, so it's not really accessible to me. But you can start walking your fingers, your hands forward over those legs, and you get a really nice glute stretch. So it has nothing to do with twists, but is pretty good for you. And just letting yourself kind of relax over the legs. Walk the hands back up towards you. Sit back, uncross the legs, bring the feet as wide as the mat. Just take the knees side to side. Bring everything back to neutral. Very nice. Same thing on the other side. Right leg comes underneath the left, cross the left leg over. Same thing, left arm back behind you, right arm reaches up. Take that twist the other way. Again, if you want a little more glute stretch, you can pull that leg in closer towards you. And again, let your gaze follow your twist. And then slowly unwinding. Same thing that we did on the other side. If it's accessible to you, try to stack those legs. If it's not, no worries. Same thing, we're just going to fold over both legs. Oof, this side is really sore. Be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself. If it's really hurting, go as far as you can. Make sure you're breathing. I'm definitely very sore here, so this is a lot. And slowly walking the hands back up, sitting back, and crossing the legs. Bring the feet as wide as the mat. Again, take the knees side to side. And then last twist that we're going to do here. We come to rest on our back. Knees come in to the chest. Just take a rock side to side. Really allow that back to rest beneath the floor. Straighten the left leg, bring the right knee in. Pull that knee across the body. Right arm reaches out. Something that was recently mentioned to me during a class I was taking is to think a lot here about lengthening this side body. Rather than letting it collapse and thinking more about the twist, think about the energy that's going down your body. So think about this right hip reaching down towards that left foot. You can really feel the length start to form there on the right side. It doesn't mean that you can't relax in this position, because you definitely can, but just still thinking about how you can lengthen from each part of your body rather than just relaxing, and you'll get a little bit more of a complete stretch here. And then slowly rotating back to center. Bring the left leg in, extend the right leg out, same thing, across the body. Same thing, thinking about lengthening down the body, left arm reaches up, maybe your gaze follows, maybe your gaze comes up. Thinking about opening that left shoulder, lengthening that hip. Lots of energy reaching out through different points in the body. And then slowly rotating back to center. Bring both knees back into the chest. Take some rocks side to side, or maybe some circles in the back in both directions. And then when you're done, just shake out the feet. Extend the legs down the mat, about the width of the mat. Drop the arms down at your sides, let the legs fall out. Just notice if you have any new feelings of length down your sides, or maybe even a little bit more strength since we did a little bit of oblique work. Allow the jaw to relax, allow the eyelids to grow heavy, and the body to just grow heavy, and give yourself a moment here of rest, stillness, but also importantly, just a reset of your body and understanding of the stretches and the strengthening exercises we did. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. I'd recommend not having any music on, just to listen to the sound of your breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.